Hello, internet family. I'm chilling here at Bell Rock. Take a look. And it's so beautiful. I love this space. I'm just here. I'm through Sedona just for one night and morning, and then I hit the road again and on my destination-free adventure, which now I have a destination, so that's exciting. I'm starting up a new life. I got quiet and decided what I wanted, and now I'm doing it. So anyways, this video is about natural superpowers that everybody has, that are part of being human, but that some people have in more abundance than others, like any talent, like a music talent or a math talent or a communication talent, emotional intelligence. All these things are things you can teach, and they're also things that sometimes you naturally have. So the two superpowers that I want to talk about are focus and intuition. I'm up here working on my Art of the Mystic class, recording some videos for it and developing the course content and talking to nature and seeing what the greater intelligence wants me to put in the course material so that it can create a bunch of lighthouses through people. And one of the things that I find myself saying over and over and over in my work is that intuition is not special. Everybody has it. It's part of being human. I'm sure you could think of many examples right now, whether or not you consider yourself to be an intuitive person, and whether or not the person next door to you considers themselves to be an intuitive person. Every single person has experiences where your intuition is used. For instance, say you haven't spoken to someone in years and you think about them and they call you the next day, or you see them out and about. Or, for instance, something that I know a lot of you guys who watch my stuff are empathic. So one of the ways that you know you're empathic is you can feel other people's emotions. So say you know someone your whole life, it's a sibling or a family member, or you really, really love someone, a lover or a friend or whatever. They walk in the room and there's something off with them. They're upset or scared or hurting or whatever. You know, you instantly know. Everybody does. When you really care about someone or when you know them really well, this is a natural thing. But the difference with empaths is that we feel that for everybody. It's a line that's open with us, with everyone. And it's not a handicap. And that's one of the things in my work that I really, really like to spread is it's actually a superpower if you learn how to use it. And if you get away from the whole, I need to give all the time because I have these sensitivities. No, like if you hold your space and there's that open line between you and someone else, just anyone, because it's the way that our anatomy kind of is, and we hold our inner space of grace and divinity and soft power that comes from source, then the other people on the other end of that line feel better and don't drain us out, which is amazing. And it's something definitely to learn, because we've all learned these little ways to get drained thinking that it's noble or virtuous. But just being intuitive like that, just being empathic like that is a natural superpower that everybody has in some degree. So if you have it, might as well develop it. Why not develop everything you can? So that's the first one. The second one, focus. Focus is a superpower, and focus is something we are not taught to do very much in this world. I'll give you guys some more Sedona views as I'm talking here. Because even with electronics and technology and that kind of thing, we're constantly stimulated by our modern world. And so getting out in spaces like this, allowing yourself to plug into the natural world and hear what there is to say and know what there is to know, just in the way that we have all began doing at the beginning of time, and we've all been able to do ever since. Humans have always been able to do this. In our current society, it's less focused on in a lot of ways, but it's coming back. We are the avant-garde. Wellness is up. Mind, body, spirit is up. So when you can focus, not only externally on something that you're working on, that's definitely a superpower, but also internally, focus on the more subtle frequencies. Focus on the subtle emotions you feel that are helping you determine what steps to take and what steps not to take. That is a superpower. And the cool thing about this stuff, and one of the things that I like to do in my goddess work, and one of the things I like to do in, for instance, the Art of the Mystic class I'm about to open up, is say, don't preach. People don't need to know that everyone's path is divine. Just because you love what you're doing doesn't mean it's necessarily great for someone else. But here's the thing, they will ask you. If you're embodying it beautifully the way that I know you can, they will ask you and say, what is it that you do? And you say, oh, well, this is what I do. So maybe they'll then be attracted to taking those steps, maybe not. Ooh, the wind's really loud. I hope my mic is okay. So neither intuition nor focus has been honed very much in our culture for their own sake. They're done as means to an end, They're done as, oh, well, if I focus, I can do better at my job. And if I use my intuition, I can be better in my relationships, or I can, not feel so much pain because I've been an empath my whole life or whatever. But the thing about focusing on them for their own sake is that they then turn into these golden keys that you can use all over the place. Absolutely, intuition can help you in the workplace. Heck yeah. Which contract do you sign? Which project do you work on? Which thing on your to-do list do you choose? If you've honed the art of intuition, then it will help you streamline. That's the thing. It just makes life easier. It makes things go more smoothly. On my travels lately, I've been meeting a lot of people, and they ask me what I do for a living, and it's always interesting to answer them, because I've got my little spiel, but what I've been saying lately is just, well, I teach people how to use their intuition. I teach people how to develop their intuition, and especially really techie folks who I love so much and who I'm really feeling called to work with more all the time will look at me with this face and be like, okay, well, what is that? How do you do that? Because the world sees, or our current world, not always, sees intuition as this unpredictable, crazy thing that you can't control and that you can't use and that just kind of comes on you when it feels like it. But the way you develop your intuition is you fact check. You make a space for your intuition to come in, and then when it does, you document what you get and then see if it's right. Because yeah, it's true, especially when you're learning in the beginning, sometimes it's wishful thinking, it's not an intuitive hit. Sometimes it's a fear, it's not an intuitive hit. But sometimes it is straight intuition. And over time, if you keep fact checking like you would with any talent, if you're learning to play the piano, you practice the piano. If you're learning to speak another language, you practice that. And this is kind of like both of those things in certain ways. So over time, you learn the different feelings and you get to know, okay, that is something that is true. And then also, it helps you with your interpretation, because we all have different languages that our intuition speaks to us in. So when you learn to use your own, then a whole new vista of awesomeness opens up for you. So it is absolutely possible to develop your intuition. Even if you don't consider yourself to be a very highly intuitive person, you might be, and you don't even know, because like playing the piano, you can learn, even if it's not necessarily a natural thing you feel like you were born with. So those are the two superpowers. And I'm going to get back to my day here in Sedona, headed back east, going to South Carolina, going to set up shop in Greenville. I'm really excited to get my hands in that clay, because I feel like Greenville is such a beautiful place. It's really captured my heart. And in my travels on the West Coast the past couple months, I've really realized, no, I do love Greenville and I want to live there. But I'm going to be traveling a ton. And I'm putting on this Art of the Mystic course online now. You can sign up for it. It's going to run all next year. I'm going to do it once a month. And there will be live chats every month for anyone who's taken the course. And also, I'm doing lots of retreats and workshops next year. I'm going to do a Secret Sedona tour in February, and then again in June, I'm thinking. And I'm going to do a Starseed retreat on Mount Shasta for a weekend in June. I'm going to do a detox day in Glenwood, Colorado in March, I think. I'm thinking about doing a cruise in March. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't want to blast this with a bunch of news, but there's a lot going on, and I'm really excited about what this year is going to hold for all of us, because we're really living in a time right now where the world is changing. And it's time now to tie everything back together and to say, okay, you don't have to be in this camp or that camp. You can be in both, and there are ways and there are blessings to it. And we can all have different paths and love each other and learn from each other and offer each other our gifts. So sending you guys a lot of love. If you want to know about any of the things I'm doing, just go to my website, karismolina.com. I put it in the info always. So I hope that you're being blessed, that your holiday season is filled with love and peace and joy and plant-based foods, because it's good for your body and it's good for those animals that you're not killing. And yeah, I think that's all I got. One more view of Bell Rock before I let you go. Sending you guys my heart, and I will talk to you soon. Many blessings. Bye.